You can see the lady there. Stress. It's like, and if you look at the way I did it, how to manage stress, it's pain. People are going through it, and people are really suffering as a result of stress. You know. So thank you so much for being here, everyone. Once again, I want to welcome you to today's live stream. And we're going to be having a special coach who's going to be coaching us today using emotional intelligence to manage stress. Now, I've been looking forward to this period or this live stream with Coach Owen. I've known Coach Owen for quite a long time. Wonderful man. You're just going to hear him. He's going to just, impart you. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you've not subscribed here. Then make sure you thumb up. Then one other thing I want to tell you is this. We have a special goodie for all those that will stay right down from now to the end and hear everything. One of the things for you to have a 30 minutes free session with Coach Owen. So I think nobody wants to miss that. So whether on live stream, you want to have it on Zoom, mobile phone, wherever you want to have it, it's going to be with you. So it's quite good. Don't miss it. Don't miss the opportunity. So I don't know where you are from, whether you are watching, okay, whether you are watching from South Africa, whether you are watching from South Africa or you are watching from United Kingdom or you're watching from the Philippines or you're watching from Nigeria. Now we are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. So please make sure you're logged in. Make sure you're in. Make sure you're in. So let's go right down to it. Now, what's the figure of the number of people who have had stress? Now, how you see, we're dealing with how to manage stress. How do you manage stress? Lots of people have been stressed this period as a result of COVID-19, as a result of issues that they've had. So that's why I'm bringing the coach in to talk to us on how we can manage stress. So now, number one, look at this. This is the figure that I got online. Generation Z teens, age 13 to 17, and the Generation Z adults, age 18 to 23, are facing unprecedented uncertainty. A majority of them are experiencing elevated stress and are already reporting symptoms of depression. The American Psychological Association. So I got that information there. So it means that there is a group of people who are facing this issue. And who are the Generation Z? Here they are. So he said the Generation Z teens, age 13 to 17, and the Generation Z adults, 18 to 23, they are facing unprecedented uncertainty. They are facing unprecedented uncertainty. So majority of them are going through stress. They are facing, and because they are already experiencing elevated stress and already reporting symptoms of depression. So you might think, okay, well, it will never happen to me. What about if it happens to someone that you know? What about if it happens to someone that is close to you? That's why we're having this program. Now, in UK, this is what happens in UK. 828,000 workers are suffering from work-related stress, depression, or anxiety. New or outstanding. That's between 2019 and 2020. 828,000 workers suffering from work-related stress, suffering from depression or anxiety. So you see why we are having this episode today is so important, very important. Now, look at the working days that is lost in UK. 17.9 million working days lost due to work-related stress, depression or anxiety in 2019 to 20. Now, I can't show you the scale here, but if you look at the scale online, Labor Force Survey, the scale from 2001, it was just down. 2004 went down. Then it went up in 2019 to 20. The scale just went up. You'll be wondering why. Probably because of issues, problems that have happened. So what we do in CV Coach is this. There is no need preaching it, but we need to give you the solution. That's why we're bringing in today, Coach Owen, who is the CEO of Owen Consult. Sorry, Owenico Consult. So he's a trained emotional intelligence coach. Now you might say you've not heard what emotional intelligence is. This is an opportunity for you to know. This is an opportunity for you to know how it is. So I'm going to send the link now and put it on the chat so that Coach Owen can join us on the screen. Okay. So get ready. It's just going to be a life-changing program. So like we always say, I'll bring you the questions, make sure you are in with us. So now, please, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please thumb up, subscribe, and share. That's what we want from you. Okay? So subscribe and share. Mega shout out to everyone that is here tonight. Mega shout out to you. I want to say thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Let me give a shout out to everyone here. Cherish to Olivia TV. Mega shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming in. Mega shout out to you. Mega shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming in. So we'll be having Coach Owen with us very soon. Very, very soon. We'll be having Coach Owen with us. So I've sent the stream. Cherish to Olivia, thank you so much. Much love. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Jennifer Jackson from Nigeria. And we're all looking forward to having you here. So glad to have you here, sir. So now, the first question will go right on the screen. Tell us what you do as an emotional intelligence coach.
That's a very interesting one. Thank you very much, first of all, for having me. And I want to appreciate everyone that have joined from various places. Thanks for giving us your time this evening. It's my pleasure to have you on. What do I do as an emotional intelligence coach? I do really a lot of things, everything you can think of as emotional intelligence coach, which is why I'm so passionate about this. Because when you look at it, you see that a lot of challenges people have, most of them originate from their emotional ignorance. So really, when you talk about emotional intelligence, you're talking about a lot of things, which we'll get into. But what I do is that I help individuals improve themselves, organizations get better. Emotional intelligence about building relationships. I help parents manage themselves and manage their children, really, parenting. So emotional intelligence gets everywhere, really. So there's really no area you would think of that emotional intelligence doesn't play a big role in helping people in doing better at it, improving themselves, enjoying the happiness. And so really, when you talk about what I do, I work with leaders, I work with parents, I work with professionals, and people from all walks of life. I need emotional intelligence. So really,
beautiful,
my
man.
job it cuts a lot of cuts across.
Wow, this is good. So we've got lots of content creators here, lots of YouTubers. So that means your specialty can help them too.
Yes, definitely. Definitely can help them. I mean, just tell me what area. I'll tell you how emotional intelligence can help the person or the individual organization. So it's really a very large area of knowledge that has not been tapped. Really, it's one of those areas that has been neglected really in people's lives and in organization, even in the society. And that's why some of the challenges we have in the society today, a lot of them originate or stem from lack of emotional intelligence.
Wow, beautiful. So tell us, sir, so how did you get into emotional intelligence? That's the next question. How did you get into emotional intelligence? Why did you choose that aspect? Because
That's
I
a very
decided to
good
go
one.
for, yeah, I decided to choose CV coaching finance, jobs. Family aspect went into relationship. Cherish Oliver is a blogger. Raises Kitchen is into music and blogging. So how did you get into emotional intelligence?
It's a long story, but I'll summarize it. Maybe at other times I can give more details. There's so much details. But then I got into emotional intelligence by maybe self-discovery, I will say, because actually my background is in finance. I used to be into finance, so studies were in finance. The degrees I have were all in finance. I was in financial services, but then the job I did in charity involved counseling people. So it was in the process of counseling people, I got into coaching because one of the people I counseled that was very successful said, "Wow, really, this you would be very good in coaching." Didn't even know what coaching was then. Then I inquired, found out that really there's life coaching, there is business coaching, there is executive coaching. Really, I'm an executive coach, but then I specialize in this behavioral area, which is emotional intelligence, really. So when I got into life coaching, I enjoyed it a bit, and then I looked at business coaching. That was very good also because my studies were business, so I enjoyed it. But then I had to go to something that when I saw emotional intelligence, I saw that it was like a second nature to me, very natural to me. I could, relate with it deeply. So that's how I got into emotional intelligence as the area of specialization of executive coaching that I do. So
Okay.
in a nutshell, that's how I got there.
Wow. So now I know many people are going to be asking, how do I get you? We will get there. But now don't forget, after this
Yeah.
broadcast, if you wait right down to the end, you're getting 30 minutes free session with Coach Owen. So it's like, how do you get your YouTube channel better? How do you get your family better? How do you get your relationship better? Everything is right here. It's like we brought goodies to you on a platter of gold today. So make sure you stay
Absolutely.
right down to the end. So more question. How long did it take you to become an emotional intelligence coach?
All right. As you know, or a lot of people may not know that coaching is one of those areas or field of study that there's no regulation. Anybody can wake up and say they are a coach, and as long as you are producing result for people, and I mean nobody's will be chasing. It's not regulated. But I came from the background of financial services, which was heavily regulated.
Yeah,
So I came with that idea of certification and things like that. So I went all through that. So really, when it comes to training or qualifying as a coach, it depends on which route you want to take. So it's one of those areas. Some may take you months, some may take you years. But really, when it comes to an area like emotional intelligence coaching, the most important area is the practical aspect of it, which is why people have challenge with it, why people find it difficult, because the educational part of it is just one part. That one I did about 7 years ago. But I was
yeah,
already doing emotional. My life has trained me in that area, and a lot of things I did, bringing up children, raising up both biological and non-biological children. All of those things have added or trained me in this area of emotional intelligence. So the educational part of it was maybe I wouldn't say it took me long, because qualifications is study and do the assessments. That can take you some depending on the institution, really, some months, some people years. But really, it's the practical aspect where you have to adapt yourself. You have to learn these things. You have to practice some of these skills that really like you can begin to use it to help people. That's the main area, which can take some time, but it's not too long as you are willing to. That's what you want to do, which is because when it comes to emotional intelligence, these behavioral areas, your willingness, your desire for change is what
yeah.
really matters.
Wow. This is interesting. This week somebody asked me, said, I want to go into counseling. And
Mhm.
so many questions were being asked. I'm not a counselor. I might have the knowledge, but I'm not a qualified counselor. So I said,
Yes.
okay, no worries. Now, if you're online with me, I'm going to give your details to Coach Owen so you can meet him, because I know
Mhm.
that before you can go into counseling, you must work with somebody who will
Very good.
certify you as a qualified counselor. So
Yeah.
that answer has been sorted with you being here. Another person just said she wants to go. She's doing her PhD in emotional intelligence. That's Cherish Olivia. Yeah. So
All right. Oh,
yeah.
that's
So
very interesting
sorted.
too.
That's very interesting. So it's like a network of people coming in together now to
All right.
meet up on this channel. So make sure you stay right down to the end, like I said. Now, don't forget, if you're new here, you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. And then let's get on.